Welcome back to Rumble on the Rio.
Just the first one. Maybe not. Yeah, you're good.
We've got an exciting game coming up.
Finishing up that warm-up for Treasure Valley, we have 102 Killer Queen, 19 Riot, 27 Sam I Am, 303 Lou Evil Slugger, 333 Take You Down, 34 Frog, 426 Polly Socket, 513 Cobra, 530 Smack Sabbath, 666 Deviled Meg, 714 Kill Switch and Skate, 808 Chaos, 86 Moose Cannon, 927 Megahertz, and 973 Avalanche.
No, they're both. You got one team, one team. Okay.
For FOCO Roller Derby, we have 12 Uncut Jams, 1870 Poffer, 20 Dead Zeppelin, 211 Mama Crass, 28 Electric Mayhem, 29 Gonzo, 514 Parks and Rec, 555 Spilly Idol, 626 Peter Panic, 707 Bowser, 770 Georgia St. Pierre, 80 Breezy, 96 Jacqueline Hyde, and number 999 Fireball.
Awesome. Let's make some noise for our teams. We also have our lovely officials. Without them, Derby would not happen. We have Rough Draft, Serious Hurts, Thunder Down Under, Scary Reed, Effin' Ref, Infinite Loop, Smoky Terror, Hell of a Blocks, Whamdolph, Snarky Middies, Ultraviolet Blue, Florida Lethal, the Ginja Ninja, Buck and Nobby, Cat Call, Kiss Off, By the Book, and Boba Threat.
Well, I'll tell you what, I am excited to watch these two teams go crazy on the track.
This is game 2 for Rumble on the Rio. Pusha T, aren't you excited?
Oh, I'm absolutely stoked. How are you feeling, Rekka?
I'm feeling great. Thank you so much for helping put this beautiful tournament here in Albuquerque together.
Absolutely. It is an honor to host all these amazing teams and to do it right here in Albuquerque. Well, what a dream.
Just want to give a big shout out to the National Guard Armory for allowing us to host this awesome tournament in their venue. Thank you all for your service and for this gorgeous space. We got about 1 minute until Derby.
Don't forget to stop by the silent auction table between games. We've got art, local goodies, experiences, collectibles, and a few surprises. You can bid in person at the table or find the auction link in your program. All the proceeds support Rumble on the Rio 2027.
Our Jammer and Pivot line is brought to you by Lowriders. Thank you, Lowriders, for sponsoring our Jammer and Pivot line.
All right, we've got some skaters making their way to the track. It's getting exciting now.
On the jam line for Treasure Valley, we have 303 Lou Evil Slugger.
Spilly Idol is taking the first jam for FOCO.
Huge thank you to our volunteers, our track maintenance. Thanks for keeping our track safe and clean. And our wonderful photographers. Looks like there's Southern Hell out there. Thank you.
I'll tell you what, I am excited to see these action shots at the end of the weekend. Who knows what we're going to get?
Our streaming includes action shots?
Well, our photographers are going to be taking action shots.
Oh, that's true.
All right, we're off.
All right, looks like Louisville Slugger is declared lead jammer.
And Spilly Idol makes it through as well.
On that scoring pass, fighting through that wall. Takes a little tumble and calling off that jam.
An excellent start.
After that jam, we have a 3-0 score, Treasure Valley leading. First jams are always the most awkward. Do you agree, Pusha T?
I agree. Your nerves are there. You go out there, you just kind of do something and
Figure it out.
you figure it out.
Next on our jammer line, we have 102 Killer Queen for Treasure Valley.
We also have Electric Mayhem from FOCO pushing hard.
Killer Queen's at the top of that pack.
FOCO's acting as a great bridge while these packs get pushed apart.
Killer Queen gets bumped out but goes right back in. Beautiful line hygiene on that. Treasure Valley tries to give Killer Queen some offense. But no, it is the FOCO jammer who comes out as lead.
Electric Mayhem is cruising through the track.
Killer Queen still working those lines at the top of the pack. Those FOCO walls are strong.
Looks like we've got a beautiful recycle, taking that jammer back.
All right, another recycle for FOCO. Killer Queen has that star off at the front of the pack. She's grinding and grinding. Yeah, she is out. Way to persevere.
Looks like we've got a penalty for Treasure Valley. So Treasure Valley is going to be starting with 3 blockers.
And our score is now tied, 3-3. On the jam line for Treasure Valley, we have 530 Smack Sabbath.
And Fireball is holding it down for FOCO on the lowrider jammer line.
Smack Sabbath using some beautiful laterals, and now she's moving to drive, switching it up a little bit.
Ooh, and Fireball tiptoes on the outside line through the pack and coming around to score some points.
Right, Smack Sabbath just got recycled at the back, but refuses to give up, keeps pushing.
Ooh, and that's 4 for FOCO.
And Smack is out.
Treasure Valley's back in full force with all their blockers, trying to stop Fireball from getting through. And it's called.
At the jam's conclusion, we have 8 FOCO, 3 Treasure Valley.
Poffer is jamming for FOCO now.
Looks like we have number 86, Moose Cannon, jamming for Treasure Valley.
Ooh, looking like a little jammer intimidation here.
It's all a head game, Derby is. It's all a head game.
You're so right about that.
All right, Moose
Ooh.
is in between that wall of FOCO, pushing, trying to get some space.
All right, Poffer with those dodging, that bobbing and weaving. Got them through on their initial. Ooh, and they take the inside line. Poffer's got another 4.
And Moose is out on their initial pass. At that jam's conclusion, looks like FOCO's at 12, Treasure Valley is at 3. Their jammer had their braids on top of their helmet. How nifty.
Now that's what I call fashion. Spilly Idol is on the lowrider jammer line for FOCO.
Treasure Valley is Louisville Slugger once again.
Ooh, Spilly Idol takes the outside. Nice little hole and is coming around for some points.
Louisville's at the top of the pack, just gets out. Beautiful star stash.
Some gorgeous O from FOCO gets Spilly Idol through on that inside lane.
Right, packs are moving a little fast. We're starting to slow down.
And that's a 0-0 jam.
Just a reminder, our silent auction has a Balloon Fiesta fan bundle, including 4 general admission tickets for Balloon Fiesta 2026, plus festive gear and collectibles. Get yourself ready for the field early and support Rumble on the Rio 2027.
We'd also like to shout out Santa Fe Brewing for kicking off our tournament weekend at Green Jeans. They helped us give our traveling teams and officials an easy, tasty New Mexico welcome right next to their hotel.
Right, looks like Killer Queen is taking the jam line again for Treasure Valley.
And number 28, Electric Mayhem, is back on the lowrider jammer line.
Both lines are still on that pivot line. Looks like they're not moving back. They're staying there. Killer Queen hits that wall with some power.
Woo! And 2-7 offering a little 7-7 offering a little offense for Electric Mayhem.
And Killer Queen is declared lead jammer. She's
Oh.
zooming around those turns.
Believe I just saw a penny pass. Looks like our new jammer is number 626, Peter Panic.
Killer Queen gets those full 4 points before calling it off.
Fireball is back at it for FOCO.
For Treasure Valley, we have Smack Sabbath. Now those walls are rolling back to the jammer line when the whistle blows.
All right, 999 is pushing through that wall, and they break through. We've got our lead jammer, Fireball.
Smack Sabbath trying to take that line real quickly. Oh, and does a beautiful start pass for Treasure Valley. Looks like Treasure Valley's new jammer is Chaos.
The jam is called. Ooh, and a penalty for FOCO's jammer. That's going to make this next jam a power start. The score as it stands, 16 for FOCO and 7 for Treasure Valley. Let's see what they can do on this power jam.
4? Okay. 4 points for for a total of 20.
Both jammers in the box?
Looks as though both jammers are starting in the box.
Well, hot dog, how are we going to play roller derby?
When this happens, the jammer that goes in second spends the same amount of time as the jammer who went in before them. So it looks like they're both standing at the same time. So it could be fairly quick that both of them get released from the box. Shout out to our sponsor, Nulo Pet Food, where nutrition meets love. Our high meat, low carb, low glycemic, gut healthy recipes unleash your cat or dog's inner athlete so they can be the power champion we see on the rink today. Pop over and see Nulo for samples and where to get your Nulo.
All right, seems like our officials have sussed out the situation. We're about ready for our next jam.
I've never seen a jam that starts with no jammers.
This is going to be amazing. All right, and they both race out of the penalty box onto the track. Fireball is your remaining jammer.
Smack Sabbath is just grinding at the top of the pack against that FOCO wall. They are immovable.
Treasure Valley's wall is moving with some incredible agility to keep Fireball at bay.
Deviled Meg, Treasure Valley's pivot, is looking to do some offensive help. Oh, but gets sent to the penalty box.
Oh, and with some offense for FOCO, it looks like they're trying to squeeze.
Very well, and it's Smack Sabbath who gets that lead jammer.
And Fireball's right on their tail. After such an incredible effort, I'm excited to see what they're going to do as they meet the pack again.
Oh. Smack smacked into that wall and then called it right off.
They sure did. Not without grabbing 2 points before the jam ended, though.
Who has that gorgeous face paint on FOCO? That is Bowser. Bowser has some gorgeous face paint for the bout today. Love it.
Shout out Bowser.
Lots of style.
.707 Bowser with the gorgeous face paint is traveling to the box. Looks like a penalty.
All right, we're on a power jam. Looks like Moose is still working through that FOCO wall. Treasure Valley.
Oh, and FOCO is holding it down. The pack is spread. We've got plenty of bridges keeping it legal. Looks like we've got assist.
Moose is just out of that pack. Ugh.
FOCO looks formidable. They are not letting anything slide.
It's like that Treasure Valley wall is in the back, ready to go.
Bowser's back at it, working from the back of the pack.
And Moose is finally declared lead jammer after such a fight.
Woo! And Bowser bowsing through the wall. They're right on the heels. Is bowsing a verb?
I love it. No,
Okay.
it's great. All right. Oh.
Incredible power and stamina from those last 2 jammers. Well done.
Absolutely. Our score as it stands is FOCO 20, Treasure Valley 13.
Spilly Idol is back at it again for FOCO.
We got Louisville Slugger on that lowrider jam line. Looks like both of the walls are kicking it on the pivot line. Oh, those are some tight walls.
You are not wrong. It looks like Spilly Idol's really working those lanes, bobbing and weaving back and forth to see what they can find.
That was a beautiful spin move by Louisville Slugger, and they get rewarded for their style and called lead jammer.
Ooh. And Spilly Idol's on their heels. This is a quick lap.
And Louisville calls it off before the FOCO jammer can get any points.
That's a 0-0 jam.
We got Killer Queen back on that lowrider jam line, getting ready to go.
Electric Mayhem is also gearing up.
Killer Queen tries to take some offense, and it works. Beautiful spin move to get that lead jammer.
All right. And Electric Mayhem is still trying to push on through.
Killer Queen gets her first scoring pass. Looks like there was a star pass for FOCO. The new jammer is now
Breezy 8-0. Let's see if they can breeze through this wall. They breeze their way into 3 points. Woo. And we've got a tied score, 20-20. How exciting. We've got Fireball for FOCO.
and kill switch engage for Treasure Valley. Again, really, really tight pack, starting to get spread out a little bit.
Oh, and look at that bridging, gorgeous.
All right, kill switch and skate is now declared lead jammer. Looks like there's a star pass for FOCO.
Another successful star pass from FOCO. Number 77 is our new jammer, Tiffy Twister.
Kill switch and skate calls it off before the pivot turn jammer can score any points.
We're seeing some really excellent and strategic star passes from FOCO.
Beautiful star passes. Also some really hard defense.
Oh, yeah.
Those walls are locked down.
Poffer is back on the lowrider jammer line.
The lowrider jammer line is powered by Shelby and Dahlia, two Dutch hounds providing that big support, comes in small packages. We're very grateful for their support here at Rumble on the Rio.
Looks like we've got an official timeout.
Pusha T, I'd love to tell you about another sponsor. Say hello to Cello, Albuquerque spot for fresh, flame-grilled Mediterranean flavor. From kebabs and open-faced gyros to vegan, vegetarian, and gluten-free options, there's something for everyone to love. Their baklava is heavenly.
So, Rekka, what do you think so far of these two teams? I mean, the game is tight.
They are formidable. One is from Colorado, one is from Idaho. Shout out to Treasure Valley. Y'all traveled the most ways to make it to Rumble on the Rio. Thanks for coming.
I'd like to take this time to thank Dion's, one of our tournament sponsors. They will be providing some pizza for our wonderful staff working this tournament, and we thank them for that.
Oh, little jammer on jammer action with
Hot
Smack
dog.
Sabbath.
All right. Poffer tiptoed their way over the outside line, and it looks like they're coming in to score some points as lead jammer.
Smack Sabbath still grinding at the top of the pack. Almost there. So close. Ooh, knocked those two butts down. Gets right back up. That's what makes a good jammer, getting right back up. And Smack is out of the pack.
And Poffer calls it. Treasure Island was really making them work on those lines. I saw a lot of recycles.
Treasure Valley. I don't know, did you?
Billy Idol is jamming for FOCO this jam.
Looks like we got Louisville Slugger for Treasure Valley. Both teams seem to really prefer the pivot line, the lowrider pivot line this game, Pusha T.
They sure do, and it is a strategy that honestly confuses me, but it seems to be working for them.
Shout out to Santa Fe Brewing for kicking off our tournament weekend at Green Jeans. They helped us give our traveling teams and officials an easy, tasty New Mexico welcome right next to the hotel. Love Green Jeans. So many options.
Love that place. Looks like there's an official timeout.
We got about 15 minutes left in the period.
And it is still a very tight game. Treasure Valley has 24 points and FOCO has 22.
And they're off.
Oh, and Billy Idol giving a little shove to 303. Treasure Valley recycles them. They're back at the back of the pack.
Ooh, some beautiful shoulder checks up at the top of the pack from FOCO. And Louisville's declared lead jammer for Treasure Valley.
Once again, Billy Idol is right on their heels.
Looks like the pack is starting to speed up a little bit.
Oh, we've got a run in pack. Our jammers are chasing after it.
What do you make of those fast packs, Pusha T?
I mean, after working so hard to break through the pack, only to have to then chase down your points, it is a good tactic.
Very strategic, but also very confusing and soul-crushing as a jammer.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Once again, a bit confusing, but what is not confusing about roller derby?
Looks like we got Killer Queen back on the lowrider jammer line for Treasure Valley.
Electric Mayhem is jamming for FOCO. That Treasure Valley tripod works hard.
Killer Queen's head into the box for a forearm from Treasure Valley.
All right, looks like Electric Mayhem's team is coming in with some offensive assist. And they're pushing, and they're out. We've got our lead jammer, Electric Mayhem. Show me what you got.
Right, looks like FOCO's behind that tripod, setting up for some power jam offense. But Treasure Valley is stuck to Electric Mayhem. Killer Queen is now out of the box, coming around.
And Electric Mayhem got pushed out on the outside line. They've been recycled back and are making their way back up.
Little bit of a spill, and with a beautiful little twirl, Killer Queen is out of the pack. Electric Mayhem is still grinding behind that Treasure Valley wall.
A strategic call before Treasure Valley can get any points. They're running away with 3 themselves, FOCO, bringing the new score to 25 FOCO, 26 Treasure Valley. My word, this is a tight game.
I love seeing butts.
Same, yeah. That's the end. That's the whole
actively blocking
sentence.
the jammer without a brace.
Ah,
It's so impressive.
butts
And that's
with a purpose.
exactly yes. And that's exactly what Treasure Valley was doing. They didn't need no brace.
They sure didn't. Just swing that butt. Fireball is jamming for FOCO. The infamous Treasure Valley tripod is putting them to work.
Looks like Smack Sabbath just got recycled all the way back. Ugh, I hate when that happens. But they're not giving up. They're coming with a vengeance.
Woo! And Fireball is through. We've got our lead jammer.
Beautiful little star pass from Treasure Valley. Smack Sabbath said, forget this.
Buffers.
I'm going to start blocking. New jammer for Treasure Valley is Sam I Am.
Ooh. A nice hit from 333, shoving Fireball out of bounds, forcing them to call the jam. FOCO running away with 3 points on that jam and shutting down Treasure Valley. No points.
Back on the low rider jam line for Treasure Valley is Lou Evil Slugger. Beautiful laterals from Louisville that we've been seeing.
Oh, absolutely. You can tell they've been practicing. Bowser's on the line looking spooky and ready.
Fierce. I also love that they gave the Treasure Valley blocker a high five before they went to their bench. I love seeing that sportsmanship.
We're all buds. We hit each other as hard as we can, but we're buddies.
The least we could do is give a high five.
The least we could do is give him a little pat on the back.
Ooh, Bowser wound up that shoulder for a check.
That's right.
And it paid off.
I'll tell you what, that is one powerful jammer. Bowser's coming back around. Lead jammer trying to get some points while Treasure Valley's jammer is in the box. Knocked back down, but gets up. Treasure Valley's jammer is back in the mix.
Takes a little Jersey whip and is out of the pack.
Both jammers have their initials, and it looks like Bowser is stopping the jam after getting their 4 points.
I also love how even though Bowser got hit down, they had a big smile on their face. Love to see it.
That's right.
Both of those walls are on that low rider pivot line. They just like it up there.
They sure do. Spilly Idol is on the jammer line, gearing up.
And Killer Queen is jamming for Treasure Valley. Both get a little speed to that start before hitting those walls. Ooh, beautiful toe stop work from Killer Queen. It pays off. She is declared lead jammer.
And Spilly, once again, is right on their heels. I feel like when they lose lead, it gives them a power boost, and they just gear up and they get out.
Yeah, a little bit of rage, a little bit of energy to keep them going.
It's got to be something. We've got a new score. It's spread out just a bit. FOCO with 32 and Treasure Valley with 27.
Love those overalls from their bench coach. Love a good pair of overalls.
Did you see the overalls from the bench staff last game?
Yes, they were fabulous.
That was cute.
Treasure Valley certainly came in style.
Looks like Electric Mayhem is jamming again. They got pushed back, and they're making contact with the wall once again.
Jamming for Treasure Valley at the top of the pack, we have Kill Switch in skate, Fighting, lateral, pushing, and they get lead jammer.
Looks like another star pass from FOCO.
Those have been so smooth this game from both teams. Very,
Super
very
smooth.
smooth star passes.
Speaking of smooth, easy, Breezy is our new jammer. Approaching the pack with a bunch of speed. Ooh.
That was some beautiful offense assists from number 19, Treasure Valley, Riot.
Looks like we've got a running pack once again, but Breezy is moving quickly. Oh, the bobbing, the weaving, the counter hits. Ay, ay. Hopping too. My God.
808 Chaos threw that hip so hard and slid so beautifully.
That was a fun one. Looks like we got 4 points for Treasure Valley? That was 8 points for Treasure Valley last game. Or last jam.
We've got about 7 minutes left in this half. And on that jammer line, we have Smack Sabbath. Our low rider jammer line, we have Smack Sabbath.
The score is about tied again. Treasure Valley with 35, FOCO with 36. With about 7 minutes left, I know both of these teams really want to finish the half with that lead.
Treasure Valley Jammer at the top of the pack. Got about one blocker. Oh, nope. And now they are declared lead.
999 is working hard, pushing through this duo of Treasure Valley strong arms. They get recycled back.
Relentless those blockers are, my goodness. Smack throws their hips a little bit, trying to take that line, but is denied by number 20 from FOCO.
And another star pass for FOCO. Fireball is jamming again.
Treasure Valley calls it off before the pivot turn jammer can score any points. This game is good. It is close.
Yeah, they are fighting tooth and nail for every single point.
They are.
Poffer is back on the lowrider jammer line.
Louisville Slugger is on the line for Treasure Valley. Did a little rollback to that jammer
Woo!
line.
And taking a shirt whip from Bowser, they slip on through as our lead jammer. Poffer is ready to go, gearing up for some more points as they meet up with the pack once again.
Louisville Slugger using some very beautiful laterals to get around that FOCO wall. Way to use the whole track.
Poffer really utilizing that duo of agility and power to push through and see about getting through that pack.
Deviled Meg did a really beautiful job of shortening that recycle on their jammer, and it paid off. Louisville Slugger is now the jammer. Is now out of the pack.
That was 4 for FOCO, 0 for Treasure Valley. FOCO's trying to inch away. We've got 40 for FOCO, 37 for Treasure Valley. It is anyone's game. A crazy jam could make or break either of these teams.
Looks like Treasure Valley's sending an offense to help out their jammer.
Spilly Idol is jamming again. Ooh. Trying to utilize that offense. Taking huge hits from Treasure Valley. A little spill, but they're back up.
Killer Queen's coming in for her scoring pass. Runs away to get those points.
And it looks like Treasure Valley is one blocker down. Spilly Idol taking the star pass. Or no. Well.
Killer Queen calls off that jam.
And it's a lead change again. Treasure Valley now has 41, FOCO with 40. About 3.5 minutes. I am amazed at these guys. This is a nuts game.
The close games are always the good one. On our low rider jam line, we have 714, Kill Switch and Skate. Slicing through those FOCO blockers, heading to the top of the pack.
Electric Mayhem is working hard as the jammer for FOCO. Looks like FOCO's wall just lost a blocker as they went to the penalty box.
In Treasure Valley's favor, looks like Kill Switch and Skate is now lead jammer.
Electric Mayhem has made their way to the top of the pack, pushing hard to secure that initial pass. And they do.
Beautiful defense at the top of the pack by Deviled Meg. They were not letting that jammer out without a fight.
And the jam gets called. 4 more points for Treasure Valley. Treasure Valley with 45, FOCO with 40.
Looks like our blocker walls are preferring the lowrider jam line.
Switching things up, keeping it fresh for our jammers. Fireball is jamming for FOCO once again.
Moose is jamming for Treasure Valley. Love that low athletic stance that they started in. Moose is being recycled to the back of the pack, but is not giving up without a fight.
We've got one blocker from Treasure Valley in the box. And a little dog pile, but nothing they can't bounce back from. A FOCO blocker in the box as well. Things are even once again, and both of our jammers are out on their initial.
Moose is hall butting. Moose is hall butting around that track, trying
They are
to
hauling that
catch up.
butt.
Ah.
A nice fast jam. FOCO took 4 points on that jam, bringing their score to 44. Treasure Valley squeaking that 1 point out. It's 46-44. My, I know they both want to end this half with a lead. With 50 seconds, this is their last jam. It's going to take everything.
All right, looks like Louisville Slugger gets lead jammer fairly quickly.
Off the jump, FOCO's jammer is in the box for a back block. This is an incredible opportunity for Treasure Valley. Let's see if they can capitalize.
Treasure Valley looks like they're being very mindful about how they were going to give their jammer some offense, but Louisville didn't need it. They got it for another 4 points.
FOCO's holding it down with their 3 blockers right now as they've got 1 in the box, and their jammer, Bowser, is back in action.
Oh, Bowser, those shoulders, they have some power.
Bowser makes it through.
Louisville calls off that jam.
Incredible effort from these two teams. Our score at the half, Treasure Valley 55 points, FOCO 44 points.
What a nail biter of a first half.
We're going to take our halftime intermission. We'll see you again in 14 minutes. Bonsoir. We're 1 minute away from Derby. I hope you enjoyed that little French. I'm not French per se, but I dabble.
I dig that greeting.
I only dabble in saying bonsoir.
Looks like our second period is going to start in about 45 seconds. Everyone's kind of getting it together to hit the track. Heard a couple team cheers, and we're ready to go.
Before we jump in, I'd like to thank Boofy's Best for Pets for sponsoring our medics. Big, big love. Not just a sponsor, but also skater-owned. ABQRD's Catnip Carnage is also a Derby player and loves to support the sport by donating their own company money.
Pusha T, are you ready for your game here in a little bit?
Yes, I'm strategically using the anxiety that doing this announcing is giving me and bringing it into my game, all those, nerves and jitters, and just channeling it into raw power.
All that adrenaline.
All the
Use
adrenaline.
it for good.
Yeah, I'm banking it, and I don't know, watch out. During my game, I will be cashing in on all that adrenaline.
I can't wait to see it.
For now, we're focused on our Treasure Valley and our FOCO. It's a tight game. We've got another half hour, and I think both of these teams want this win.
Treasure Valley is leading FOCO by only 11 points, and it looks as though Louisville Slugger is back on that low rider jam line.
Spilly Idol has okay, I'm talking. Just kidding.
Sorry, I'm
Spilly
too
Idol is
excited.
getting ready to jam.
Looks like both of those walls are favoring the low rider pivot line again.
They sure are. Back to their roots.
Looks as though we have, both pivots for each team are in the box, so they're going to be starting 3-3.
And as a jammer, seeing my pivot in the box, I know I've got to tap in and get through the pack because nobody is there to save me.
Are you jamming this season?
Yeah, a little jamming. Like I say, I dabble in French just like I dabble in jamming.
I love that story. Big shout out to the accounting doctor. At the accounting doctor, their mission is clear: to help individuals and business owners take control of their financial health, starting with taxes.
The score before the start of the second half, Treasure Valley with 55 and FOCO with 44.
Did you get a breakfast burrito this morning, Pusha T?
I sure did. I cannot say no to Blake's breakfast burritos.
Yes, those are delicious. Nothing says New Mexico tournament morning like showing up tired and being saved by Blake's.
God bless Blake's.
Stop looking at me. Get out of here.
All right, we've got the "We're good" sign, which means it's almost time for Derby.
Yay! Love that one-footed exercise that Treasure Valley's bench coach is doing. Way to get in those reps. Yeah.
Never a wrong time to get your physical therapy in. I tell you what,
Injury life is so real.
it's too real. All right, and we're off. Spilly Idol is working, trying to break through that Treasure Valley tripod.
Chaos is leading that tripod, being a really lovely brace. Take You Down is locked on that jammer. Beautiful rotation with that tripod.
And we're at a stalemate. Both of these teams are really holding it down. Oh, and as soon as I said it, Spilly Idol spills on through the wall.
Lou Evo Slugger is still using those beautiful laterals to get through that FOCO pack. Nice little juke, and they are out of that pack. My goodness.
Ooh, Spilly on their way out got knocked out of bounds, forcing them to call the jam. Looks like we've got 3 for FOCO and nothing for Treasure Valley.
Looks like both packs are at full strength. That's nice to see, especially as a jammer.
Electric Mayhem is on our low rider jammer line for FOCO.
Killer Queen just gallops her way out of that pack. That was beautiful. No hesitation, just continue to move those feet, and she is rewarded with lead jammer.
Electric Mayhem is still working through their pack.
Little bump out, some line work, a pretty little spin, and that's 4 points.
All right, we've got an assist from FOCO, trying to help their jammer Electric Mayhem find a way through. But Treasure Valley knocks them out on the outside line and recycles them back.
Some more braids on top of the helmet by number 27, Sam I Am. Love that look.
That's right, and Sam I Am showing some impressive one-on-one blocking. A panty pass, but no opportunity to grab any points out of it. Treasure Valley takes 4 for that jam.
Looks like the box is clear again as we start this next jam.
And it looks like the packs are split this time, half on the jammer line, half on the pivot line.
They just keep us guessing.
Oh, and here, we're all together again on the jammer line. Fireball for FOCO, making incredible impact with Treasure Valley's wall.
Number 666, Deviled Meg, is looking to do some offense. Ooh, hits one of their blockers out.
Ooh, and Fireball jumps over the apex and is in, not lead, but we're coming around for some points.
Treasure Valley's jammer, Kill Switch and Skate, continues to be lead and is at the back of the pack, battling that wall.
Ooh, a small spill, but they're back up and they're pushing again. Ooh, and some toe work on lane 4. We've got 4 points for FOCO.
Treasure Valley was going behind to try to give their jammer some O, but looks like they were hit out.
Deviled Meg is our new jammer for Treasure Valley. Fireball coming back around.
Ooh, beautiful little star pass that I definitely missed. Deviled Meg is now the jammer.
Ooh wee!
Coming around that turn with some power and some poise.
Another 4 for FOCO as they come back around. Oh, and Deviled Meg getting through for 4 points again. And Fireball again. We've got a high point jam here.
FOCO's jammer Fireball does a really, really good hit through those walls.
Oh my. Deviled Meg tiptoeing on the inside lane, but knocked out back and
Looked
takes
real
a whip.
pretty though.
Ooh. 29 from FOCO. Gonzo knocked him out.
And the jam comes to its natural conclusion. I think that was the first jam that went the full 2 minutes. Usually they've been keeping it pretty short this game.
You're so right about that. And in those 2 minutes, FOCO got 20 points and Treasure Valley got 16. which
Okay, Deviled Meg, pivot turn jammer.
pop off.
We got a new jammer for FOCO.
We've seen Poffer before, famous for their strength and agility. Ooh, and using that super agile toe work to tiptoe on the outside lane, they are our lead.
All right, Treasure Valley's jammer gets out of the pack, but not before FOCO calls it off.
Looks like FOCO took 2 points and said, that's it. I'm not risking giving Treasure Valley any more points.
I've had enough.
This is done. Billy Idol jamming once again for FOCO.
We got Smack Sabbath on that lowrider jammer line for Treasure Valley, using those laterals. Ooh, some jammer and jammer action. Tight pack, tight pack.
Super tight. Spilly's really working those lanes, and they find a hole on lane 4. They're through as our lead jammer.
Those FOCO blockers are like magnets on that jammer. Looks
Uh-oh.
as though Smack Sabbath is heading to the penalty box for a track cut.
Spilly Idol is ready to go. They are making their way back around for some more points.
FOCO's coming in with some offense, but Treasure Valley continues to absorb that jammer, unfazed.
Really adopting that ignore the offense tactic that they teach you.
Much
And-
easier said than done.
Treasure Valley does make it look easy, though. Spilly calls the jam. They took their 4 points and said, that's it. As it stands, Treasure Valley has 78 points and FOCO has 77.
My goodness, what a close game.
Hot diggity dog, a 1 point difference.
Looks like FOCO's taking that low rider pivot line where Treasure Valley is taking the jammer line. FOCO's rolling back on that jammer, Killer Queen.
Electric Mayhem is pushing through the tripod.
Killer Queen driving with some force. And it pays off. She is now lead jammer. FOCO jammer still kind of stuck in that Treasure Valley wall. Looks like they do a star pass.
That's right, Electric Mayhem passes off the star to teammate 77, Tiffy Twister.
Oh, unfortunately, Killer Queen is called on a track cut, so there is a power jam for FOCO.
Let's see what Tiffy can do. They've taken the star before, but weren't given the opportunity to jam. But look at them go. They're 4 points of the game.
Beautiful Jersey whip.
And they call for their team to help them with that offense. And, ooh,
Tiffy Twister gets back up and continues to battle that 2, now 3 Treasure Valley wall.
they recycled back. And they engage once again. Treasure Valley's jammer is out of the penalty box.
Beautiful little line work there by Killer Queen.
And Tiffy makes it through as well for another 4 points.
Killer Queen's coming up for another scoring pass. Ooh, and slides a little bit on that outside line.
With 15 seconds left, let's see which of these jammers can get the points.
Killer Queen getting a little bit of offensive help from Avalanche. And then the jam reaches its final conclusion.
That was a tough 2 minutes for these guys. Our score as it stands, Treasure Valley 85 points, FOCO with 87.
During this team timeout, I'd like to give a shout out to my physical therapist, E6 Physical Therapy, making sure your skate is straight and your gait is great. Visit E6 Physical Therapy for an assessment today.
Becca, you nailed that.
Love E6. Blaze is the man. Tell me about your physical therapy journey, Pusha. Ever been?
I have not. No major injuries for ya boy, but knocking on wood. Mostly doing those ABCs, strengthen the ankles,
Absolutely.
a little toe raises.
It's all about the dorsiflexion.
And I've always said that.
All right, and we're back for jam number 6 in our second period.
Fireball's jamming for FOCO.
Ooh, Moose slides out on that outside line, but gets up super quick.
Ooh, and Fireball is out. We've got a lead jammer.
Moose gets out of the pack, moving those feet.
Looks like Treasure Valley lost the blocker, and
So did FOCO.
It's all even. Woo, that one was quick. And it's all Ogre. A 2-2 jam.
Looks like both walls are going to be starting with 3 blockers. With Louisville Slugger taking the low ride jammer line for Treasure Valley.
And Big Boss Bowser is back. Ready to bust through the big blockers in front of them.
Love the alliteration, T.
Thank you. Ooh, and Bowser is through. I think it was the alliterations that helped. They're coming back around, trying to score some points. They're looking mean.
Louisville getting out of that pack for their initial pass.
3-3-3 puts up
Bowser
a fight, and Bowser pushes through.
Gets those 4 points and calls it. Beautiful point denial from FOCO.
Gorgeous. Take you down. Really tried to stop them, though. That was some awesome power.
Our score now is FOCO 93, Treasure Valley 87. I think this is the biggest gap that we've had in the score all game long.
That could be true. I mean, they've just been keeping it tight the whole time. We've had plenty of lead changes.
Toit.
Yes. Spilly Idol jamming for FOCO. Oh, they get through a small spill, but they're back up like the idol they are.
Kill switch and gaze gives a beautiful star pass to number 808 Chaos. Chaos takes that star, comes around, and is ready to be a jammer.
Spilly Idol is in the penalty box, so this is all 808.
We're on a power jam. Ooh!
29 doing a lot of solo work to keep them at bay.
Gonzo was super, super low, blocking Chaos. Beautiful derby stance there.
Ooh wee! A little
Nice little hop
skip-de-doo.
from Chaos.
Oh. And with their juke, a small spill.
Beautiful little.
And Gonzo is back on top of them. The tripod is in full force. Spilly Idol is at the front of the pack, pushing again. Ooh! And they push through, taking advantage of the pack, stretching a bit too thin.
Looks like
Nice.
Chaos is stuck at that back of the pack with that super strong FOCO tripod. Same thing for Spilly Idol. Both jammers are grinding away.
That's right. Riot and the rest of the tripod are really putting them to work.
Okay, Chaos. Chaos does a little bit of defense and knocks Spilly out on that outside line.
Small tumble and a penalty for number 80.
That was Breezy. FOCO's pivot is headed to the box.
All right, looks like FOCO is at a bit of a disadvantage at the start of this jam. Let's see what Treasure Valley can do to capitalize. We've got Treasure Valley standing with 95 points and FOCO with 97. With only 2 blockers, 102 slides through.
Deviled May gives some beautiful offense for Killer Queen to get that lead jammer status.
Electric Mayhem is fighting through that pack, but it is tight and it is strong.
Nice little spin move from Killer Queen to pick up 4 points.
FOCO's getting their 4th blocker back.
We are at full strength for both teams now, full strength. Oh, that penalty whistle's called. Looks like Killer Queen is headed to the box, so now we're on a power jam in favor of FOCO.
And I believe we've lost our lead jammer, so this is another 2 minutes.
2-minute jams are the things of nightmares, Pusha T.
I'd have to agree with that, but these guys are tough, and I know that they're going to fight the full 2 minutes.
Pivot turn jammer 8-0 Breezy for FOCO. Gets out, scores some points.
Woo! And a tough hit from Breezy as they fight through to get as many points as they can during this power jam. But Treasure Valley is back. And we've got another jammer track cut. Hot dog.
All right, looks like FOCO's jammer Breezy is headed to the box while Killer Queen picks up another 4 points.
They've got 15 seconds to score some points. Let's hear it for Killer Queen. Woo! Taking the whip, stretching the pack, and scoring some points.
On 1 foot. Beautiful.
Now that's impressive. All right, Treasure Valley back in the lead, 107, FOCO 99. We've got about 13 minutes left. And we are stopping for an official review.
What do you think it's about?
I think
Derby.
I think something derby, if I had to guess.
I'm going to give a shout out to one of our sponsors. Big thanks to Red Bull for stocking us up with product this weekend. Tournament days are long, Derby takes energy, and Red Bull came through. Thank you. Red Bull gives you wings.
Well, that was beautiful, Rekha.
Thank you.
I love the Red Bull song.
I'll also give a shout out to Gorilla Graphics. Big thanks to Gorilla Graphics for making our tournament shirts and our snazzy purple venue host shirts. They were great to work with, fast and friendly.
It looks like FOCO has brought something under official review, and I mean, from watching over here, there is a lot of strange stuff going on with all the jammer penalties and the swapping and the track cuts. I mean, can't let anything get by, especially when a game is this close. So tell me more about your physical therapy journey.
I'm doing my best to listen to my physical therapist and follow his suggestions.
Wise and also brave.
I'll go ahead and give another shout out to Ramson Alley Skate Shop. Derby gear emergency, upgrade itch, just want to look? Visit Ramson Alley Skate Shop while you're here at Rumble on the Rio. They're vending at the event and ready to help keep our skaters rolling. Rams is a beautiful person.
And Allie's is as well.
And they will also be skating today with Courageous Roller Derby.
They really can do it all.
What's the review for, babe? Oh. Okay, bye. Oh, got you. Looks like we're still determining the outcome of that official review. Big thanks to our officials, photographers, volunteers. Without you all, this tournament would not be possible.
Silence is uncomfortable for me.
During this time, we'd also like to shout out Salud. Shout out to Taste Salud for keeping our skaters, officials, and volunteers hydrated with electrolyte packets. Derby in the New Mexico heat? Are you kidding me? Yeah, we need some electrolytes. Thank you,
Salud.
Salud. And salute to that.
Everyone hydrate now.
Never forget to hydrate. All right, our skaters are getting antsy. You could tell they want to start hitting each other again.
It looks like both the jammers in the box, and FOCO is lining up for some power jam offense. Looks like their jammer is going to be released first.
All right, and FOCO's jammer is out of the pack. Treasure Valley is running them back. Breezy is gearing up. Bowser with an offensive assist.
Beautiful offense from Bowser. Looks like
Oh, Bowser takes a penalty for that one. In the box as Breezy gets lead. Jammer.
Treasure Valley's
Ooh.
jammer takes a little jersey whip and gets out of that pack on their initial pass.
That one was pretty. Breezy getting roughed up by Treasure Valleys and calls it before any points are scored. FOCO takes 4 points out of that jam and shutting down Treasure Valley, no points.
Bowser's been doing all the things today.
You are not wrong. They've been looking incredible.
Both of our walls are on that pivot line, lowrider pivot line.
Fireball jamming for FOCO once again. Ooh.
Looks as though Treasure Valley has pack advantage currently, and FOCO's jammer is going to go to the box.
Another track cut. It is so hard to avoid those track cuts as a jammer.
Lou Evil Slugger is coming around.
Looks like Bowser's out of the box. Ready to run up and support their team. Oh, and a big hit. They're back in their wall. Oh. Really swinging that butt, making the jammer work.
All right, Louisville
Fireball's
persists
back.
and gets another 4 points.
Ooh, we tiptoed on the inside line. Fireball is pushing. Ooh.
After an exhausting 8 points were scored, Louisville calls off the jam.
Sam I Am was super duper working that last round.
Looks like the penalty box is clear, so both teams will be at full strength for this jam. Jam 12.
And it looks like it's Poffer v. Killer Queen once again. Ooh! And Poffer doing some incredible line work, pushing their way through, and they are our lead jammer for this jam. Taking a quick peek at that score, is trying to see what kind of work they need to put in.
Killer Queen does a beautiful little mix of driving and laterals, and it pays off. She's out on her initial pass. Nice little spin, FOCO jammer.
All right, with about 9 minutes left, Treasure Valley has 115 points and FOCO has 107 points. Anything can happen. One jam can make this game.
Treasure Valley backs up to that FOCO jammer. Looks like one's at the top of the pack, perhaps bridging and maybe doing some offense, but the Treasure Valley jammer doesn't need it and is declared lead.
Nice. Spilly Idol is right on their heels, pushing through, and they are making their way around the track. Ooh wee. FOCO trying to get together, but they just weren't quick enough. And Treasure Valley takes 4 points for that jam.
Beautiful point denial.
Electric Mayhem is back on the low rider jammer line.
Looks like we got a little bit of jammer on jammer. Louisville looks to be putting some defense off that line, but it doesn't work because the FOCO jammer is out.
They just tiptoed their way right through.
Gotta watch those lines.
Oh, and a big hit from Treasure Valley. Electric Mayhem is down, but they're back up. Knocked out on the inside line and recycled back.
Louisville Slugger is at that top of the pack, battling that FOCO tripod. FOCO has some offense in the back, trying to help out their jammer.
That's right. Uncut Jams is trying to create some sort of hole for their teammate, but Treasure Valley's tripod is not giving an inch.
Deviled Meg just went up to the top of the pack, trying to give their jammer a little bit of offense.
Woo.
My goodness.
Gonzo with a save.
FOCO with that reform.
Now that's good, Derby. All right, the score as it stands, Treasure Valley has 1, 2, 3. FOCO with 110. Looks like we've got a 13-point spread. But you can get 13 points in a jam.
Totes, you can get 20 points in a jam.
Could you get 24?
I'm sure.
Okay, just seeing.
Killer Queen is battling that FOCO wall with some offensive help at the top of the pack.
999 is trying to outwork that Treasure Valley tripod.
Beautiful rotations in that tripod, especially with Chaos. Chaos is, taking that jammer back and pushed down by their jammer. It happens.
It can get confusing.
Killer Queen moves those hips.
Ooh, Fireball getting knocked around a little bit, but they are staying composed and they are staying strong. Finally at the front of the pack, trying to push it through, get their initial. Oh, the toe work, my word. We love
Beautiful
to see
bridging
it.
by Treasure Valley. Sorry, I'm too excited. I keep cutting you off.
You can cut me off anytime. Fireball is back in it, making contact with the pack.
Nice little spin from Killer Queen and a little chest check to get 4 more points.
Ooh, a little blocker. Oh, and Fireball is through again. 4 points for FOCO.
Killer Queen allows that push out and just calls it off. Noticeably out of breath. She fought super, super hard that last jam.
The score as it stands, Treasure Valley has 133 points and FOCO has 114 points.
Looks like we got a team timeout. Let me tell you about Good Wipes. Huge thanks to Good Wipes for keeping our tournament weekend a little less swampy. Derby in the heat is no joke, and we appreciate the backup. And in this venue, we throw them in the garbage. We don't flush the wipes.
Never flush the wipes. You know, they say, I can be flushed. No, you can't be flushed. Are you crazy? You're a wipe. You're not a toilet paper.
Flushable wipes are never flushable.
It's a scam. No, it's not. Not these ones, but they still can't go in the toilet.
Organic matter only.
Only your poop and your toilet paper.
These sponsored. I should have read these before we read them out loud because this is a lot.
Rekka, are you seeing any potential MVPs out there? I mean, I know I've been wildly impressed with the whole bunch of them.
I love Bowser's spirit. Bowser's spirit, Bowser's hits. Love it. Bowser's
so right.
face, that face paint.
We do
I
love
live for
Bowser's
that.
face. Consider us Bowser's face's biggest fans.
All right, and we are off with Jam 17.
And Bowser's face is jamming again. They flew through that pack, all that power. And they're coming back around to score some points. They've got a bit of a gap to make up, but they seem determined.
Kill Switch and Skate is knocked out, recycled a little bit, and continues to push into that FOCO wall. Tight pack, tight pack. It's always so disorienting being in a pack like that.
It really is. And I think that's kind of when you start being like, oh, I'm on your team. You just hit me. But everybody's getting hit in this pack.
Looks like we have a star pass with Treasure Valley, and the new jammer appears to be Sam I Am.
Bowser's through again. That's 4 for FOCO. They're
Sam
looking gassed, but I think they've got more in the tank.
Sam, you are a jammer. You are. Keep pushing. Nice little juke in the back of the pack.
That's right. And Bowser's pushing. Oh, Poffer with a little assistance. Thank you, Poffer. That's another 4 for FOCO. And Bowser means business. They are trying to close this gap. Looks like Gonzo is able to run back Treasure Valley's Sam I Am. Oh, and Bowser's run back as well. They've been working hard. Woo! Big hit as they try to push through this pack.
These are two very physical teams.
And a little hug, all that aggression, but it's only love here on this track.
It is all love.
All right, FOCO definitely put in some work that round, but Treasure Valley also put in their own work. The score as it stands, 133, FOCO with 125. Could go either way.
If you get a chance, if it's not written there, can you
Pops Italian ice. Delicious.
So good. If you guys are craving some ice, there's Pop's Ice at the back of the building. If you exit the track, turn right one more time, make your way through the vendor village and out the building, you will be greeted by Pop's Ice. They've got, well, ice, but it's flavored. It's sugar ice, as I like
It's
to
the
call
only
it.
ice I want around me, Pusha T.
You are not wrong about that. They've also got soda, they've got popcorn, and they've got beef jerky. So if you're feeling peckish and want ice, that's the place to be.
Don't forget to stop by the silent auction table between games. We've got art, local goodies, experiences,
Woo.
collectibles, and a few surprises. You can bid in person at the table or find the auction link in your program. Proceeds support Rumble on the Rio 2027. I hope I'm there on wheels.
I think you will be. We're all manifesting it.
Did someone do a cartwheel?
Yeah, Peter Panic, roller derby player and gymnast? I don't know. I saw a beautiful cartwheel on skates. Could not be me. These ankles don't do that. But Peter Panic is a different breed.
Thank you, Peter Panic. That was lovely.
More tricks, more tricks. Just kidding. We've got about 3 minutes left, and there's an 8-point spread. This is intense. I think that's 8. Is my math correct?
Yes, it is.
Well, call me a mathematician. All right. FOCO's wall is out. Spilly, Idle, Peter Panic, Poffer. I mean, we've got some heavy hitters out there.
Looks like we're starting off with a power jam in favor of FOCO.
Let's
Treasure Valley
see
looks
what they
super
got.
focused.
Whoop.
Not letting that offense get to him very much.
Oh, and Spilly is through.
I always admire skaters that skate with their hair down, touching their neck.
It is brave, and good for them.
Sounds like a sensory nightmare to me, but hey, to each their own.
Spilly's got one thing on their mind, and it's not the hair on their neck. It is scoring points.
Treasure Valley pivot turn jammers now out of the box. Yes, Sam, I am. Sam, you are out of that pack. Looks as though Sam I am was called on a forearm and is back in the penalty box.
Oh,
Bummer.
no. But Spilly finds a hole, and they creep on through. They're through. Another penalty for Treasure Valley. Could this give FOCO the opportunity to make up this difference?
Looks like that pivot was Lou Evo Slugger. Jammer turn pivot. Very
All
strategic.
right. Puffer with the offense, and Spilly is through. This is getting freaking crazy. My. Well done, Spilly Idol. Racking up 12 points for another lead change. What in the gooby? FOCO has 137 points. Treasure Valley has 133. Well, I sort of saw it coming, but it's still amazing to see.
It's very amazing to see.
How many lead changes have there been?
Too many for my little brain, Pusha
It's
T.
a crazy game.
This could potentially be the last jam. Looks like we got Killer Queen fighting for Treasure Valley.
This is a 4-point difference. Every pass could win this game, and our jammers are focused. They're fighting. Their offense and their teammates are working together. Electric Mayhem's pushing at the front of the pack, fighting for lead jammer status. Stretching that
Grinding
pack
away.
out. Can they push the pack? They're out of play.
Wow.
FOCO is your lead jammer. And they want these points. They want to stop another lead change so that they can take home this win. But Treasure Valley's not through. They're fighting. Mayhem finds a hole, and they've got another 4 points, spreading the lead. They call it, and they're stoked.
Woo! What a game.
Hot diggity dog, Rekka. Well, I don't know if I've ever seen a game that crazy. I had to switch into my southern accent because I am just bamboozled.
I love it, Pusha T. I love you, Pusha T.
Our unofficial score, FOCO with 141 points and Treasure Valley with 133. The grit, the power, the strategy, the teamwork, that's what roller derby is about. We are so proud of all of you guys. Well done, good game. There was a note that they wanted us to announce MVPs, but
You're still live.
Looks like FOCO's going to take that victory lap, and then we will be right with you for some MVP awards.
and a well-deserved victory lap. Both of these teams went buck wild, and FOCO just happened to squeak out with that win.
Very well thought game.
It's all smiles here on that track. What an effort. Treasure Valley's taking their lap. Give our guys some high fives.